Stop scrolling for 5 seconds and imagine this. The sun disappears right now. No explosion, no warning, just gone. Would Earth instantly freeze, or would we keep living completely unaware? Here's something terrifying. If the sun vanished this second, you wouldn't notice for 8 full minutes. For 8 minutes, life would continue as normal, even though the source of all life is already dead. Every breath you take, every meal you eat, every second you're alive depends on the sun. So what happens to you, your family, your city, this planet when it's suddenly gone? The sun has been burning for more than 4.6 billion years, silently shaping every moment of life on Earth. It powers our ecosystems, warms our oceans, grows our food, and fuels every breath we take. Yet most days, we barely notice it. We complain about the heat, hide in the shade, and move on with our lives, forgetting that without the sun, nothing here would exist. So let's pause and ask the ultimate what-if question, one that sounds like science fiction, but is grounded in real science. What would truly happen to our planet, to humanity, and to life itself if the sun suddenly disappeared? For exactly 8 minutes after the sun vanishes, Earth keeps receiving sunlight that was already on its way. This is because light takes time to travel through space. During those 8 minutes, nothing seems wrong. But when the last ray of sunlight finally reaches Earth, everything changes instantly. The sky turns completely black, not like a cloudy day, not like nighttime, but total, absolute darkness across the entire planet at the same moment. Noon becomes midnight everywhere. The moon vanishes from view. The stars explode into visibility, filling the sky even in the middle of the day. Confusion spreads. People stop and look up. Panic begins to rise. Humanity realizes something impossible has happened. Within hours, the effects become deadly. Without the sun's heat, Earth starts losing warmth rapidly, bleeding energy into the cold vacuum of space. After just 24 hours, the average global temperature drops below freezing. Within a week, it plunges to around -73 degrees Celsius. Water begins to freeze, rivers slow, lakes seal over with ice, the oceans start freezing from the surface downward. At the same time, plants begin to die. Photosynthesis stops immediately because sunlight is gone. Without plants, the foundation of the food chain collapses. Herbivores starve, predators follow. One by one, ecosystems fall apart. But heat and light aren't the only gifts the sun gives us. Its gravity is the invisible force holding the entire solar system together. In fact, the sun contains nearly 99.8% of all the mass in our system. Earth isn't floating freely through space. It is tightly locked in orbit by the sun's powerful gravitational pull. If the sun suddenly disappeared, that pull would vanish instantly. Earth would stop orbiting and shoot forward in a straight line, drifting into the unknown. The planets would scatter in different directions, tearing the solar system apart. Earth would become a rogue planet, wandering endlessly through cold, starless darkness with no sun to return to. So who survives and for how long? Life on the surface doesn't last long. Most plants die within days. Animals follow within weeks. Most humans survive only a few months. But not all life disappears immediately. Some humans last longer underground. Deep beneath Earth's surface, geothermal heat still exists. Nuclear-powered bunkers, underground facilities, and deep mines offer temporary shelter. In the deepest parts of the ocean, near hydrothermal vents, strange creatures continue to survive, feeding on chemical energy instead of sunlight. Certain bacteria, which never depended on the sun in the first place, keep living quietly in the dark. Where could humans survive, even for a short time? The answer lies underground. Deep below the surface, in reinforced bunkers, underground cities, research facilities, and nuclear-powered shelters, some people might escape the immediate cold. Geothermal regions could provide limited heat, and technology could delay the inevitable. But even there, survival would be temporary.
Food supplies would slowly disappear, machines would break down, power systems would fail, and the greatest threat wouldn't be the cold, it would be the darkness. Endless night, isolation, and hopelessness would push the human mind to its limits. In the end, survival wouldn't mean living forward, it would mean counting down. How long would it take for Earth to completely freeze without the sun? Shockingly, the process begins almost immediately. Within just 1 year, most of the planet's surface would be locked beneath thick layers of ice. Continents would turn white, and the oceans would start freezing from the top down, trapping life beneath a growing shell of ice. After hundreds of years, even the deepest parts of the oceans would freeze nearly solid. And after thousands of years, something unimaginable happens, and the atmosphere itself begins to collapse. Oxygen and nitrogen fall from the sky like frozen snow, leaving Earth silent, airless, and drifting endlessly through space, transformed into a dark, lifeless twin of Pluto. So why does the sun matter so much? Because the sun is not just a star. It is Earth's heater, its clock, its gravity anchor, and its ultimate energy source. Every bite of food, every drop of water, every breath you take exists because the sun rises. Without it, life is not just difficult, it is impossible. And this leads to the final question. If the sun disappeared today, would humanity be remembered at all? Or would we vanish without a trace, leaving behind nothing but a frozen rock drifting through the endless darkness of the universe? Maybe the most haunting part of this story is this. Tomorrow morning, when the sun rises again, most of us won't even look at it. We'll complain about the heat, we'll close the curtains, we'll rush to work, and we'll forget that without that burning star in the sky, none of us would exist.